just slow it down, slow it down.
We are set to bring you the action as round one of the Eastern Conference playoffs continues on 2K Sports. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. It's the Miami Heat and the Toronto Raptors. You take a look at the Raptors.
Now their backs are up against the wall. They can't afford to go down 0-2 at home, no less. I want to see some fire from them tonight. They'll need it to even things up.
Shot clock at 6. Into the lane. Here's Boozer. No good on the three. Anderson for three. Hits a three-pointer. You take a look at the Raptors. When a higher seed loses an opening game of a playoff matchup, how do you move past that?
Well, B.A., interestingly, you don't want to forget what happened. You actually want to learn from what went wrong and correct course in Game 2. Stare your mistakes in the eye, and you'll have success.
Adebayo. Up and in on the layup.
The mobility of Adebayo is superb, and his muscular physique allows him to convert through contact.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Here's Boozer. Fires for three. Rebounded by Johnson. Here's Dimon. Knocked away. And they're on the run. Sarr with it. Guarded by Adebayo. Pass to Boozer. Beyond the arc. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now.
Boy, misfiring on your first 4 shots. You've got to settle in here.
Here's Dimon. He's guarded by Bridges. Lets it go from 11. Misses off the left iron. Miami with the ball. Still without a basket in the game. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Salon. Here's Dimon. Pass to Johnson. The three is up. Sends it home from three-point land.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And Miami decides to take their first time out here. Here's Boozer. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
You combine strength, athleticism, unbelievable hops. Miles Bridges, yes, sir.
And Miles Bridges is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Here's Dimon. rejected. Here's the three. He drops it from range.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Anderson. Here's Dimon. Back to Anderson. Stolen by Sarr. 18 feet out. Here's Bridges. Vanderbilt pulls it in.
Both sides going at it. Classic good offense, first good defense.
Right side Adebayo. Johnson for three. And it's Miami with a rebound.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
Outside corner. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, great D that time from Adebayo.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
.143 left in the opening quarter. Toronto passing it around. From deep, Johnson. And again, Toronto, no good. Screen by Bridges. There's the three. Vanderbilt pulls it in.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Anderson. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Well, listen, I like the bucket, but defensively, you've got to be better.
4-3. He can't hit that time.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Pass to Dimon. Three-pointer. No good. And that makes him 0 for 3. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Driving to the basket. Here's Boozer. Now Bridges. Covered by Johnson. Here's Boozer. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the point.
So both teams making some changes here. Both shots good from the stripe.
This is definitely not the guy to foul. He loves getting to the free throw line.
Here's Dimon. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Outside Monk. Pass to Strother. From outside the arc. Connects from downtown. Good if it goes. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And we've reached the end of the first quarter.
The Heat, 7.
And let's get you back to the action as game 2 is getting underway. You know, you take a look at the Raptors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
Simple. The closer you are to the hoop, the better your chance to score.
Pass to Rollins. And he banks in the layup. Rollins has got his first basket.
Coaches love assisted buckets, boy. It just means the team is working well together.
Now here's Monk. To the wing on the left. Pass to Strother. Just 5 to shoot. The rebound by Markkanen. Heat trail by 6. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Outside Jones. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Puts up a 3. Rebound Toronto. Here's Strother. Over Markkanen. That one rolls around and rims out. Jones with the ball. To the paint. Here's Davis. off by Davis.
So effective in screen and rolls. When Davis cuts hard like this, he's capable of getting quality looks.
1 for 3. Rebound, Anthony Davis. And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for the Heat. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Pass to Rollins. And here's Jones. And here's Davis. Love covers. Fades back. No good. A bit long that time.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Vanderbilt with a screen to snap the cold streak from downtown. No good there. Heat trail by 4. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Pass to Jovic. Miami moving it around. Here's Markkanen. Oh, look at the fin with the finish. Lauri Markkanen.
This is a 7-footer with some big-time vertical. Markkanen makes that look effortless.
Here's Strawther. And here's Vanderbilt from the arc. Rebound, Anthony Davis. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Davis a screen. Jones drives in. Here's Jovic. Yet to see a basket. Goes back up. And he lays it up and in. And this game is tied up now.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Pass to Dimon. And there's the screen. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. And here are the Heat now. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. To the middle. Five on the clock. Outside Porter. Let's go with a 3. Miami, no good that time either. The Raptors with a lead. Now Anderson. He's got 5. Pass to Strawther. Takes the 3. The shot off that time. The Heat on offense. Here's the pick. Here's Boozer. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
There's 49 seconds left in the second quarter. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. He's got 5.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them reduce their attempts from downtown. And quite frankly, I think that's a good idea.
Back to Johnson. Unloads. Releases from the wing and drills it. Anderson's got 7 points.
Well, that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
Another miss. 2 for 9 so far.
I'll tell you, his teammates are going to start to freeze this guy out if he keeps taking threes like this.
Here's Boozer. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
Gotta give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And thanks for sticking with us as this round one game continues. Now here's Adebayo. Over to the wing. Launches it from deep. Sarr pulls it in.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Inside. And there's a 3-second violation.
A 3-second violation. Raptors ball.
Raptors lead by 5. And here's Anderson. He has 7. The kick out to Johnson. Off the mark there with a 3.
Third straight miss to start the half. Ouch.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. And the shot goes.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
To the left wing. Here's Boozer. Three-pointer off the mark. Now here's Anderson. Pass to Johnson. Up and over Porter. Here's Adebayo. And the layup is good off the glass. Adebayo's got 6.
And that's got to be a relief. Finally getting something to go here in the second half. Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Back to Johnson. Pass to Anderson. And he draws body contact. Looks like a blocking foul. He was in the shooting motion, so he'll head to the line. Toronto shooting their first free throws of the game now. Good on both.
Well, big man that makes their free throws. Bravo.
Second half of play here. We're just under 2.5 minutes past. Shot from 12. Anderson pulls it down. Toronto leading by 5. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
And Adebayo showing another element of his game. Nice vision to set up the bucket. Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Outside Johnson. Back to Anderson. For 3, Dimon hits the trifecta. Dimon's gotten his second bucket.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Heat trail by 8. Here's Boozer. Takes it inside. Sarr. And finished off by Sarr.
Excellent tempo on the play, and he leads his teammate perfectly.
Anderson drives. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Here's Boozer. Following the bucket by the Raptors. He's off on the layup. Left side Johnson. All alone. And the Raptors getting another bucket right there.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Man, good whistle there.
Miami shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
At the line for the Heat.
No good on the second free throw. Toronto leading by 11. Johnson on the wing. Lets it go with the tip. Porter pulls it in. It's stolen by Johnson. And now the Raptors on the break. This one for three. Rebound Miami.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
To the left side wing. Fires from deep. Vanderbilt pulls it in. And it's been tough going for their half-court offense.
Yeah, this defense is in their heads, anticipating their every move.
Here's Dimon. He's got 5. Clock at 6. Anderson drives. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That one on Sarr.
Yeah, strong move to the rack draws that foul.
So Miami going with almost an entirely new group here. Here's Jones. No made baskets yet. They set a pick. Pass to Davis. Here's Rollins. Out left to the wing. 6 to shoot. Miami moving it around. Here's Jovic. Off target from outside. Now the Raptors with it. They're on a 17-7 run. Knocks down the triple. Anderson's got 13 points now in the quarter.
That's 2 triples for him. 1 in the first, 1 in the second.
And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Yeah, Coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
And now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. For 3, Dimon. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Toronto out in front. Great to have you with us again as we return to our coverage of round 1. Heat trailed by 16. The 3. And he can't get that one.
Well, he went into the locker room with 1 3 to his credit, and he's still looking here for number 2.
Back to Monk. Pass to Salah. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for Toronto.
What stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
They've also been scoring on the break with how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court. Anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
From deep, Johnson.
I'll say he has not been at his best, but they're winning, and that's all that matters. After hitting a couple of threes in the first half, he hasn't had much going from distance.
Looking to get it going. Rebounded by Johnson.
Gosh, it feels like he's pressing a little bit, and obviously playing from behind doesn't help.
Raptors lead by 17. Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And the technical free throw is good.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
Here's Johnson. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Pass to Strother. Back to Johnson. 5 to shoot. And it's Miami with a rebound.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
Monk with a steal. Down low. And And that one's good. Strother. And the Raptors lead by 20.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Outside Monk. Pass to Salon. Johnson for three. Here's Salon. Back to Johnson. Clock at 6. Here's Monk. And another shot. And he drives in. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Pass to Rollins. Now here's Jones. Miami moving it around. To get back on track. Gets the 3 ball to go.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Here's Strother. Defended by Jones. Monk for 3. Sinks it from distance.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
So both teams changing it up here. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Woo, the superb athleticism of Miles Bridges just creates so many challenges for the defense, particularly when he gets inside.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Toronto leading by 20. Pass to Salon. Fast break Miami. Pulls up for 3. The rebound by Dimon.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by the Raptors.
Been a tough stretch for this guy right now, looking a little out of sorts.
And they double up Adebayo. Pass to Anderson.
Heat foul. Number 22. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. From deep, Johnson drops in the 3.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Miles Bridges. So it's Miami now. Will it go? Adebayo grabs the board.
Boy, I don't love his shot selection tonight. He's got to work for better looks.
Anderson can't get it to go. Screen by Bridges. Off target from 3-point range.
Boy, not looking sharp at all here in the second half, but it hasn't deterred him one bit.
Buries it from 3.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
And so that's the end of game 2. No question, this is a big win for the Raptors.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And this team has to feel great, knotting up this series at 1-1.
A huge win for them, avoiding going down 2-0, and this series is on.
Time called here. The Heat decide to talk it over. 1:10 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Both teams will make substitutions.
Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for you.
So it's Miami now. Here's Boozer. Pass to Jovic. To the wing, right side. Again, the Heat misses. Here's Toronto now. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Boozer. Here's Jovic. Pass to Shepherd. 6 on the shot clock. To the inside. Some solid defense from Butler. Here's Toronto with the ball. They're on a 19-6 run. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Puts one up from 19. And the shot falls short that time. Here's Dimon. Outside Monk. Fires the three. He buries it from 3. So it's the Raptors winning this one easily. It might have been just game 2 of the series, but this one felt like a must-win.
I just love the fire they played with tonight. It's the playoffs, and they really brought the energy.
Keep fouling, that's gonna get you down, get your hustle up, and that'll get you back.